don't get it. The WNBA still doesn't get it. They can't get out of their own way. Now they are getting slammed. Steven Jackson went on a crazy rant on the WNBA. He absolutely eviscerated them. Steven Jackson, former NBA champion with the San Antonio Spurs, all the Smoke podcasts, all of those things. He absolutely ripped. I mean, ripped the WNBA and all the players. This is wild, man. And we also have to get into KC from behind the line. This thing is nuts, man. They just can't get it together. And at this point, I don't think any of us are surprised. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit the bell notification, hype the video. That'd be greatly appreciated. Let's get right into what Steven Jackson had to say. He went he went off. Let's get to it. Hold on, let me get the volume right.
Oh, shit. I got daughters. I played basketball on the highest level. One on the highest level. Matter of fact, I won on every level. There's no woman that could ever play in the NBA, bro. Ever. And we've had some great women basketball players, but none of them were good enough to play in the NBA because it's men. A man should not belong in no women's sports because the ones that saying they should, y'all going to be out of jobs. Then what you going to say? You going to have 2 NBAs? No, bro. No. Y'all not making no sense. Y'all trying to make it about Ennis Cantor. He trying to protect women's basketball. I don't understand what the problem is with him. Black people have been identifying as free and equal for how long? Half of y'all still ain't accepted that. So y'all want people to accept a grown man with balls that's going to play in women's sports and just accept that he a woman? No, man, I got daughters, and other fathers that got daughters agree with me. You don't want no man in women's sports. This is clown shit. Man, y'all got to stop.
That was Steven Jackson, and I'm gonna be honest, I can't say I disagree with him at all. I think this is clear as day. Steven Jackson is siding with Sophie Cunningham. Steven Jackson is siding with Sophie Cunningham, okay? All this nonsense that's going on, you guys acting like y'all don't know what the W in WNBA stands for. It's all crazy. And now it's you guys have not been able to get this thing sorted out and handled. And now it's leading on the court during games. It went from protests in front of the games to people wearing shirts and signs at the games in the crowd to now your players are going at people sitting front row. It's nuts, man. I don't know what they're going to do. They need to get it figured out, though, because this has spilled over into something it never needed to spill over into. They could just nip this thing in the bud, but they refuse to. KC from Behind the Line absolutely went in on it. Make sure you are subscribed to Behind the Line right here. Okay, he definitely do his thing. I'm a huge fan of his work, man. He be having some good points. Let's get into it.
This damn league. They don't get it. They just don't get it. They wonder why their league isn't respected. They wonder why no one takes this toxic turd seriously. Somehow, the lovely Sophie Cunningham is being blamed for Natasha Cloud's emotional meltdown last night, a meltdown that is another clear signal of the complete lack of leadership in the WNBA. According to Chris Williamson, also known as Sergeant Simp, this dude seems to be desperate for the attention of WNBA players. He is constantly shooting his shot on Twitter, hoping to be noticed by the ladies. Of course, like most WNBA players, Chris Williamson misses 100% of the shots that he takes. According to the sergeant, Sophie Cunningham is so gross. Ew, her irrational fear of men. Cunningham was on the court last night when Natasha Cloud had her meltdown.
Natasha Cloud, bro, I don't even think that was worth it. You made Ennis Cantor a bigger story than it needed to be. Like, you made it a story at this point.
If the sergeant wants to blame the white woman for the traveling circus that the WNBA has become, he should be blaming Kathy Engelbert. Late in the third quarter last night, in a close game that eventually became a blowout, Natasha Cloud made a shot to cut the Indiana Clarks lead down to 6. Believe it or not, I think Natasha Cloud's actually a great player. Obviously, she would not make the wheelchair basketball team if she was competing against men, but for WNBA standards, Natasha Cloud is a great player. Last night was a big night for the Chicago Bravado. For starters, they were on national television, which is rare for a team filled with players with faces on the side of a milk carton. Plus, for one of the only times this season, the Chicago Bravado were playing in front of occupied seats instead of empty seats. Last night, Caitlin Clark accomplished something that Angel Reese failed to do for 2 straight years in Chicago. Caitlin Clark damn near sold out the arena. Late in the third quarter, Natasha Cloud hits a big shot. I guess Steph White called a timeout. NBC was preparing to go to commercial break. This was supposed to be a time of celebration. Home crowd in Chicago was into the game. Instead of hearing the usual chorus of snores, the Bravado were actually hearing cheers. The momentum was building. The energy in the building was positive, which is a major problem for this toxic turd of a league because they're allergic to positivity. Instead of celebrating, Natasha Cloud decides to ruin the moment by attempting to fight Enes Kanter. Wait.
She made it a much bigger deal than it needed to be. Watching the game, nobody was thinking about Enes Kanter. All we was thinking about was the fact that Caitlin Clark was putting on a Clark show. She was going off. It was entertaining basketball. You had Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell putting on a show. The Sky was competing at a high level. This was a good game to watch. And you went and made Enes Kanter a story when nobody even cared that he was sitting in the stands with a shirt on. Nobody cared.
Wait, I apologize for violating the woke commandments. I apologize for committing the sin of dead naming. Several weeks ago, Enes Kanter courageously announced that he was now she. Going forward, this bearded beauty prefers to be called Inez, and Inez prefers she/her pronouns. Instead of celebrating with her teammates, instead of celebrating with the home crowd, Natasha Cloud ruins the moment by trying to fight Enes Kanter, an innocent bystander, a paying customer, someone who spent her hard-earned money for courtside seats so she could enjoy the unique ambiance of a pretend basketball game. For those that don't know, Enes Kanter has officially declared for the 2027 WNBA draft. I'm sure she was scouting her future competition, or lack thereof. I'm sure she was looking at teams, looking at players, trying to figure out who she wants to play with next season. Trust me, Enes Kanter is going to be the #1 pick in the WNBA draft. Matter of fact, Inez is such a unique, dominant prospect, she might be given the liberty of selecting which team she wants to play for. If you're the Chicago Bravado, a team that is struggling to win games, a team that can't draw flies to a fresh turd, a team that is not usually featured on national television, you want to do everything you can to make Enes Kanter feel welcome.
Listen, the Sky need to do anything they can, but more than that, the WNBA needs to get themselves together. They need to clean it up to get people to actually take them serious as a league. They're not taking themselves serious. Natasha Cloud made Enes Kanter a story in a game that he was not going to be a story in. He was not going to be a story at the end of that game had she not done what she did. And I think Steven Jackson was also spot on with a lot of the things he said. What says you? Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let's keep the vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel.